Hello everyone and welcome back. First and foremost, my name is Robert. I am 21 years old. Today I am sharing some insight for millennials on how to improve their finance game. Just to clarify, coming from a wide observation of demographic studies, millennials were born anywhere from the 1980s to the mid-1990s. With me being born in the late 1990s, I'm considered to be part of Generation Z. According to a study done by E-Trade, more than a third of millennials make withdrawals out of their 401k accounts. They typically use the money for a big purchase or to go on a vacation or for some other personal expense without realizing that they're spending an asset that could be worth thousands more in the future. Take a look at a chart explaining why people withdraw money out of their 401k early. The percentages are increasingly higher for people under the age of 34. I mean, it says here for medical emergency, to pay for education, because I became unemployed, to make a large purchase, to simply spend the money. You can see that these percentages are much higher than people over the age of 35 or even 55 and over. I know that a 401k is such a basic investing example, but for most millennials, it's probably the only form of investment that they have ever done. Workers who do this clearly lack a full understanding of why they're putting money aside in the first place. So with that being said, I'm going to go into 3 money mistakes and the reasoning behind them. The first mistake is financial literacy. If you sit and think about it, we make money decisions all day, every day. This should be more important than most subjects that are taught in school. You could be an engineer, you could be a doctor, but if you don't have financial literacy, you can still make poor financial decisions and end up stressing out about money. Here's an interesting fact. Only 17 states are required to give personal finance classes in high school. This only sets kids up for financial problems later in life, like low credit scores and being broke. I've seen it way too many times. Here's a map showing those 17 states. I don't know about you all, but I live in Missouri, one of the states that required personal finance. Let me tell you, I didn't learn a thing that could possibly benefit me financially. In fact, the only thing I recall my personal finance teacher telling me is that I would only amount to $40,000 a year. And this is what we're dealing with in the American school system. Amidst all this lack of financial literacy, it comes down to parents blaming the school system and the school system saying, parents, you should be teaching your kids this information. So whether you were supposed to learn about finance at school or at home, a third of you are still clueless on how to manage your money. But worry not, that's why I started this channel. I observed a massive gap in knowledge about financial education. I'm here to educate you all since the system has failed to do so. So please, people from Ohio and Kansas, subscribe, it's for your own good. The second mistake that millennials make in finance, money is becoming more abstract in our day and age. Increasingly, fewer people use cash, and this is becoming a huge problem because money is invisible and we just see it as numbers on a screen. That disconnect between the value of money is pushing millennials to make terrible financial decisions, such as taking money out of retirement since it doesn't seem like concrete cash. The last and greatest factor that is hurting millennials is their lack of understanding how investing works. That's a pretty bold statement, and I don't just mean they lack knowledge on investing in the stock market. They lack knowledge on investing in themselves. From my perspective, I've noticed that a lot more millennials seem to have this problem of being forced to go to school and pursuing college education just to be stuck in a rut with their job and their life. So if you're a millennial trying to build up wealth, or anyone trying to build up wealth for that matter, you need to know these 3 simple financial facts. Invisible money can seriously affect your finances if you're not careful with your spending habits. Lack of financial education and not understanding how investments compound over time can lead to serious missteps on your journey to success. Thank you for watching all the way through. Leave a like, comment some constructive criticism, and don't forget to subscribe.